The military's multi-billion peso modernization program was virtually at a standstill for the entire 2023. The Defense Department wanted a comprehensive review before the 15-year program moves to its next phase. Secretary Gilbert Teodoro ordered a restudy on spending priorities based on current need and, in particular, the long-term maintenance budget. From the revised modernization law a decade ago, the third and last phase was scheduled this year, but constant budget constraints and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic resulted in new equipment purchase delays. Other items were eventually dropped from the wish list. The military faced this dilemma while dealing with illegal activities in the West Philippine Sea, in particular, China's aggression to stake its so-called historic claim on the country's exclusive economic zone. The rusty but defiant BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal becoming an unlikely metaphor on the status of the Philippine military strength and capability. The past two administrations made significant strides in advancing the modernization program. Part of the ongoing review, back and forth discussions on which equipment should get priority. These include endless debates on the proposal to acquire submarines. But other officials are also pushing for more multi-role fighters, coastal raiders, and warships to boost territorial defense for now. There are also calls to increase spending to beef up cyber defense. Some countries, including France, South Korea, and Israel, actively lobbying to market their defense equipment to the Philippines. But there's also the gradual aid from longtime allies, including the US and Japan. Most of these nations share the Philippine view for a free and open South China Sea. Also, to counter China's rising might. In April, President Marcos was in Pentagon to tackle new bilateral defense guidelines between Manila and Washington. This includes assistance for the AFP modernization. The president also visited the Indo-Pacific Command in Hawaii last November to greenlight joint air and maritime patrols. Just days after the meeting, the joint maritime cooperation activity was held. Philippine and American warships and aircraft in tandem sailed and flew over parts of the West Philippine Sea. The Philippines also held joint patrols with other nations. One of which, the trilateral patrol among the coast guards of the US, Japan, and the Philippines. The Marcos administration also announced in April the expanded access of US troops in Philippine military camps. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, sites were increased from 5 to 9, the new locations all facing Taiwan and China. Both the US and the Philippines are committing to fund the construction of new EDCA facilities. Officials also assuring EDCA sites won't serve as staging grounds in case a full-blown war erupts in the region. Secretary Teodoro says the review of new proposals for the AFP modernization could be completed by the end of 2023. Further delays could lead to a spike in expenses and could push back the long overdue program.